This is me building my business from $0 a month to $10,000 a month. And here's how these videos are going to work, because I'm building my business in public daily with these videos. So what we're going to talk about is things that are kind of top of my mind, thoughts and challenges. And in the month of September, which is when I'm recording this, I am currently trying to reach $10,000 this month. So this is day 2 of that process. We're going to maybe talk about what I did in the business today. It is 6:13 in the morning, so I haven't done anything in the business today. But then at the end of the video, I do like to track the important things that are going on in my business. So all these metrics that I care about, and look at the growth, et cetera, et cetera. So what I want to do first is I guess I did this last night after I recorded my last video. So I updated my path here to monetization. And you don't really care about the detail of this, because I have a personal finance community. You probably have some other business, right? So what you might care about is just kind of the general idea of what I'm thinking about here. So my path to 10K, not $10, 10K. Great. Yeah, this is great. You guys, this is definitely why you guys turned into YouTube, right? To watch people playing around with a drawing tool. Okay, so what I want to do is what I used to do was I basically did YouTube to my school community, and then I would say, hey, if you're interested, I could, for all new members, I do a free strategy call, which is great, okay? Or I thought it was great. And then I would be like, when I get on the call, do the whole thing of like, hey, what the challenges? What are you doing right now? What do you want to have happen? Then it was basically the only thing that I was telling them was coaching, personal finance coaching. And the other week or so, I did get someone to say yes to it. But after Alex Hormozi's book launch, Money Models, I realized that I had no attraction offer, and I had no way of I was not doing enough. And I actually called this Money Models, my little Google Doc here. So this is, I meant to do this. This is no longer what I'm doing. Pretend that that's a straight line. Great. So now what I'm going to do is I do YouTube content to my school community. And the first thing I do is a free 2-day challenge where they're going to get some sort of easy, quick win, something that people that in my niche really care about, okay? And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, hey, you just got this pretty cool result in just 2 days of taking action. What would happen if you did this 30-day challenge? Or what I want to do is I'll say or longer term continuity. So I was running through some of the economics, and I think this is going to be tough for me to do based on the economics that I have so far. But even if I strive for 10K and I do 2K, that's 2K more than I made last month. Not that I want to settle, but that would just be incredible, right? So this is now the new thing. So in September, again, when I'm recording this, it's actually tomorrow evening, I'm going to be having my first free 2-day challenge. And this is my community. Again, you don't care about the specifics here, but what I'm doing, this is every week. So this is day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2. Okay, so it's just stuff on the calendar for people, and I am doing one every single week because right now I'm getting enough people in the community to warrant having this do it, every week. And maybe it's just 1 or 2 people that join on a couple of these, but that's okay. It'd be great to get some feedback and practice on it anyway, right? So the 30-day, so here's what the plan is. So the 30-day challenge is I'm going to make it $100 to start. And then the outcome is going to be much, much greater for that, much, much greater than that for them. So maybe like saving your first $1,000 or your next $1,000 in 30 days. I think that's a huge win for people. Part of the problem that I'm having is maybe the people inside the community are not necessarily the best in terms of monetizing. I think people are nervous with their money and everything, where they're like holding it tight. So I am working on sort of the language that I'm using to attract maybe people that are making more money. They just, again, still don't know what to do it, because as you're if we don't have a system set in place for personal finances, as your income scales, so does your expenses sometimes, right? So anyway, I think getting the right kind of person in, but this is going to be a great way to practice. So let's say people go into this and they say, hey, you want to do this 30-day challenge thing? It's $100. Or I'm having these tiers, okay? So I'm doing, a free tier, which is basically just think um, like they do everything. And I've set it up in a way in the community where someone could join the community for free, not pay me a dime, not even talk to me, and they could get some sort of win on their behalf, okay? Then I'm thinking of a very small tier, let's call it $16 a month. And this is really just accountability. Just there's a couple of things in here that I think would be very valuable for people. Then I want to do $64 a month. And this is, I think, where I want most people to be. So this is going to be much more result oriented for them. And there's like a ton of stuff in here that I think it's very valuable. I think, again, you don't care about the specifics, right? But I think a lot of this stuff is as valuable as the $64. So like if they could join any monthly challenges, which I would be valuing currently at $100. So right there, that's enough. Money roundtable. So just like having a conversation with people, I think maybe that's not as maybe some people wouldn't value that at $64. This is supposed to be asynchronous Q&A. So basically like they send me a file or some sort of information that I could kind of go into and roast it for them. I think that's a pretty popular thing, and I think that could be valuable. Like imagine if I go in and be like, hey, you're doing all these things wrong, and you could easily find an extra $100 or something. That would just be worth it right there. Guest expert sessions, I think that would be very valuable. Like just trying to value someone's time like that, like just doing that. Progress reviews, and then there'd be like obviously like there'd be some sort of contest that I would do where they could possibly win more money than the month, right? So anyway, I think a lot of these things are valuable. I went into ChatGPT last night to build this out, and it just like totally blasted me. I have this chat here. It's called Hormozy Consultant, and basically I wrote this huge prompt to it, basically saying that like, hey, you've lost everything again, and now you're going into business with me. And I copied and pasted this thing in there, and it blasted me, so I need to work on it, but it's great. I think the problem is I was writing these notes for me, and I need to make them more like outcome based. So I guess technically I wasn't done. Like this isn't how I would present it in the community or anything like that, but just an FYI. So result oriented, and then these are all kind of still numbers that can change, but this is more private time with me. So if someone values me a lot, this is me valuing my time a lot, and each step that they take, they get the stuff from the previous tier as well. So it's just like it keeps stacking and stacking. So it's not like they're just getting time with me. You get all this other stuff. And then I also have I'm going to be doing a done for you, and that's going to be annually. Done for you. Well, basically, I'm going to organize their finances for them. Like basically take their, I don't know, their bank statements and everything, and create a custom dashboard. So I'm basically like their, I don't know, their CFO. Try to find inefficiencies and things that they can improve on and stuff like that. But that's kind of the price for that. And what is that? That comes out to like just over $200 a month or something. So I think this could be, I think it's important based on what I'm hearing from other people that are definitely experts in the field, like having some sort of tier that maybe like probably most of the people in the community wouldn't even sniff at, or they'd laugh at or something and be like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. He's charging $2,500 for a service, but then like you get like, I don't know, 0.01% of people that do it, and it's like, wow, someone just paid me $2,500, right? So I am doing this now actually for someone, and I underpriced it, I think, for them, me not knowing what kind of efforts it took. So I did beef it up, and now this is going to be my new price, and we're just going to see what happens with that. But I do think that this is way better. And now the economics, especially in month one. So again, if I'm trying to get to $10,000, I think the challenge in that, oh man, I suck at drawing lines. Okay, that's fine. um, I think the challenge of this is like, I think this is attainable after some stacking of people. So where it's like, month one, I might have, I don't know, maybe I could get 5 to 10 challenge people. Maybe I could get a few, like, I don't know, could I get 20 MRR people in different categories? I don't know. But obviously, if you're looking at the math here, that's not going to work out. So what I want to do is every dollar I make, I want to do retargeting on YouTube. Basically make like a 2 to 4 minute video or something like that, where it's an ad for this free 2-day challenge, and just kind of see how that works. So if someone pays me $100, so if I get these, let's say 5 people that do the challenge, I get $500. If I just test, maybe I make 2 videos or something, and I split that money in half and just try to get more people in the community during the month so that they can join the challenge and then jump into other stuff. Like, maybe it's possible. So if I do some quick, like, back of napkin math here, if I have, let's say, so the $100 is going to be here. Then we have, 16, 64, 146. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm assuming no one's going to be doing the $2,500. If I have, let's say 5 people do this, okay, that equals this times this. Let me make this slightly bigger. That's $500, okay? If I get 10 people into this, one person maybe here, and then, I don't know, maybe 5 people here. Like, obviously the economics here is not going to work. It's $1,126. But again, that would be way cooler than me not making that much money, right? But what if I did this, if I basically made this $500 and then I flipped this into bringing in more people? What if these were doubled, for example? Right? What if these were doubled? Okay, now, obviously I could have just done the math here. That's double, right? So that's interesting. So maybe that's something that I think about doing, and just sort of like keep rewashing the money and everything that's going in there. I think that could be very interesting. But yeah, that's kind of my game plan here. I'm really excited about tomorrow night. I'm doing the first challenge. There's already been 2 people that signed up for it. So over the next like 48 hours, I'm going to be like reminding the community a lot of this, because I have over 200 people in there. So I know that I've never really done this before. So I'm hoping to get a lot of people that have just kind of been lingering to do this. And again, like, the calendar is set up in a way where it's like, if this doesn't work, like, you have the next week or the next week or the next week, right? So there's always another week coming up. And I think this is I'm going to call it a presentation that I've done probably dozens and dozens of times, either on YouTube or just sort of personally on a coaching call. Back in the day when I would do like the free coaching calls, or when I was helping people for free, like I would be helping people for 3 to 6 months or something for free. So I've done this a lot of times. So it's not something I feel like I need to prepare for, but I will. And I just want to get people a win. So that's going to be the video here. I do want to do my important things tracker really quickly. Let me make this way smaller. And I'll keep you updated throughout every day here how it's been going on. But let's talk about, let's drag this down a little bit. How much money did I make in my business this month? $0. What about the YouTubes? Where are we at subscriber-wise? Entrepreneur in progress. This is 4 subscribers. No one is watching these videos yet, which is okay. My main channel, Chris Wendt, 784. 784. And this is 4 subscribers. What about my communities? Dollar Discipline University, 215. And Entrepreneurs in Progress, which I do have a community for this YouTube channel. I'm at 3 members. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Someone joined late last night. So momentum, guys. Look at it. Entrepreneurs in Progress went up 50%. 50% growth. Yeah, so that's what's happening here. If you guys feel like aligned with if you're somehow still watching this video 15 minutes in, talking, listening to some business noob talk about how he's going to make $10,000, yeah, then I think you're definitely an entrepreneur in progress who's interested. That's kind of the goal of this. I guess really two goals. One, I'm trying to document everything in my journey. I think it's gonna be so cool to look back in 10 years and see what I was thinking and just sort of laugh about the stuff that I was saying right now in these videos. And then two, I do think there's a huge community of people that would relate to being an entrepreneur in progress. So that's kind of why I'm making these videos. So let me know if you like this style or whatever, but I'll see you tomorrow.